And so before this tutorial, I actually just created a quick Gmail address since I don't have the website set up yet with the info at modernsolopreneur.com. So I just did solopreneur at gmail.com. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to do sign up now. And full name. Okay, hopefully you got this one. Email address. Now this is kind of frustrating because you have to type it really fast or it goes away. I'm just going to make sure it's spelled correctly. And then choosing your username. So on the right it says don't worry, you can change it later. Sometimes that's the better option, just to kind of get in, get your account, and then change your name. So I'm going to try to see if Modern Solopreneur will work as my Twitter name. It might be too long, or it might be taken. So we'll just see what happens. And it is too long. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this username for now, so that way I can show you how to change it once we get in. So username is available. You can change it later. Great. We're going to keep me signed in this computer. Perfect. Tailor Twitter based on my recent website visits. This is always good because computers are so smart, and that way it knows what you're looking at and all of that great stuff, and it can refer different things to you that may be of interest based on your Google searches or what you've been creating on your Facebook page or whatever. So I just always leave that on there and create my account. And we're on Twitter. So we're just going to skip some of these steps because it's just part of the Twitter community. And you can go through and pick your profile image off your computer, which I'm going to do all of that later just for the sake of time because I want to make sure that you're getting the most in the shortest amount of time possible. So I'm sure by now you're familiar with how to upload images and how to do all of that. So right here, I'm even just going to leave the Twitter name as it is. But if you wanted to, I'm just going to keep skipping all of these. And you can always find more friends with Gmail, but we're just going to skip all of these steps for now, just so that way I'm ready to get on here and do my first tweet. So this is what your Twitter page looks like. 0 tweets, my name, the @ sign, and the name that I created for my business. So this is important because the @ sign is, it could be a person or it could be a business. So it could be @Ashley Brown or @Modern Solopreneur. It's going to take you to the business page or to me, or if you have @John Smith, it's going to take you to John Smith. So that's the person or the business. The hashtag is the trends. So as you can see right here, it says hashtag July Wish. So if you click on that, it's anybody who's tweeted about the July Wish using the hashtag. So there's a couple different great ways to utilize Twitter, and that is utilizing trending hashtags to be relevant to your business and creating your own hashtags. Sometimes, actually most of the time, you don't really know which hashtags are going to catch on and what is going to work with your business and with your community. So I always like to use a combination of both, using a trending hashtag as well as creating my own. So I think it's always a great best practice to, just kind of look at what's going on in pop culture, what's going on in the trends. So obviously 4th of July is coming up, so hashtag July Wish. Then I would do a tweet kind of regarding that hashtag to incorporate it, so that way whenever anybody clicks on here, my business can show up with this trending hashtag, which is great for marketing, shows that I'm on top of trends. It shows that my business is relevant, that it can tie into what's happening now. And that is so important with any type of solopreneur business, because you can't just stay where you were. You always have to be changing with not so much the economy, but you always have to be changing with the times. And so trends are a great way to stay on that. Then also you want to be a solopreneur and create your own trends as well. So just use a mix of them. And I think best practice is to do 2 to 3 tweets per day. It sounds like a ton of work. I know, I get it. But think about somebody who just logs in right now. They log in, they scroll for a minute or so, which is a really long time on a social media website, and they don't see your post. Okay, great. So they missed that content that you posted this morning. Now you go in at like say 4 o'clock, and you post another thing. Now this person who's updating their Twitter and scrolling through and seeing what's new might all of a sudden catch your post, and then they might start following you, and then they might look at your post that you did this morning and yesterday, and so on and so forth. When I first started out on Twitter, I was like, why do I have to post all of this stuff over and over and over again? I don't understand. I have to do the same post on Facebook that I do on Twitter, that I do on Instagram, but that's not really utilizing the platform the way it should be utilized. The way it should be utilized is unique to its own platform. So I no longer try to do all of my posts the exact same. So whatever I post on Facebook is not what I post on Twitter. The content might be the same, but the context is different. And we'll get more into that in a little bit. But for now, let's just show you how to change your username if you choose to, and how to get your first tweet out there. So this is where you compose your first tweet. And right here you can go to settings, and you can go to edit profile. This will take you to your profile page, and you can change your name, you can add your website, you can link it to Facebook, which is always a great idea. But once again, whatever you're posting on Twitter doesn't necessarily have to be posted back to Facebook, other than you want people to know that you're on both platforms. But the content is going to be irrelevant if it's out of context. So hashtags on Facebook doesn't mean anything. Hashtags on Twitter means everything. So just kind of keep that in mind, and I will get more into that as we go through the how-to videos. So we have our accounts, you can change the photo, and here we go. Username, Modern Solopreneur. It's missing the R, so we don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to something that I was originally contemplating on being a business name, and I think it'll work just great for a Twitter platform. And it is Dear Solopreneur, and it's available, as you can see right here. It works. Twitter, you can do underscores, you can do capital, lowercase, you can't do spaces, so keep that in mind. And the great thing about Twitter is it has to be short and sweet. It cuts you off after 140 characters, I think, so short, sweet, to the point, which is great. I'm just going to leave all of this empty right now because I don't really know it all yet. I haven't quite created it as you're with me on the ride to create all the content. And so we're going to save changes. Okay. And your settings have been saved. Perfect. So I'm going to click on my name. That page doesn't exist because, oh, we changed it. So we'll just go home. Here it is, Ashley Brown, Dear Solopreneur. And I think that that'll really correlate with the tweets that I'm going to do because they are for you. Those tweets. And we're going to say, welcome to @Dear Solopreneur, which is the business name, and it will link you to the business. Thank you for watching my video today, and I hope you enjoyed it. Quick, easy, to the point, links the business name in here. Everything's spelled correctly. Go ahead, tweet. Now you have just created your first tweet. It shows up right here. And then if you were to click on this, Dear Solopreneur, it brings you up to the business page, my name, the Twitter account, and so on and so forth. So we're going to go ahead and go back to the main page. And that's how you would use the @ sign to incorporate into your tweets. So you can do a person, you can tie it back to a business, you can tie it back to anything that has its own actual Twitter page. Now to go ahead and find a trending topic, so right here it says #myfirsttweet. That's a great one to do for your first tweet. It will tie you into a trending topic or a very popular hashtag, and that's what you want. So you want a mixture of hashtags that you create yourself, hashtags that are trending or that are popular, so that way you can tie your business to something that's popular and trending when people go through and search through this hashtag. And you want good content that is posted in the correct context, which we'll talk about in a different video. So we're going to go ahead and go home, and we are going to try to do one with a trending hashtag. So we're going to do this hashtag July Wish. And it pulls up right here. Okay, so my hashtag July Wish is to reach 100 new Twitter followers. Please help make this happen by sharing this content with your friends. Perfect. Right here, 16, it tells me I only have 16 more characters left, and then the tweet will be too long. So this is short, sweet, to the point. It has a call to action. It's saying 100 new Twitter followers. That's my hashtag July Wish. So if I click on there after I tweet it, it will bring me through the trends, which will also link my business page, my name, and the hashtag trends with it. Go ahead, tweet that. And now we have 2 tweets on Twitter. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter at @DearSolopreneur. And leave a comment, leave a tweet, leave anything, and we'll come back and follow your page, answer any questions that you may have. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video today. Until next time, I'm Ashley Brown with the Modern Solopreneur.